All right, so don't be upset, but I actually think the receptionist is the most important person at your office. Let me explain. My dad always told me that the receptionist is the first impression officer and the final impression officer. And when you think about it, it's true. The first point of contact any patient has at your office, whether that be on the phone or when they walk into the practice, is with your receptionist. When they leave the practice, their checkout experience and how they finish their experience is also with the receptionist. Now, not to discredit how important the dentist is, but having an amazing receptionist really can make or break your practice. So in today's video, what I want to do is I want to share some of my top reception tips that might not be so obvious to you. So the first thing that top receptionists do is they have a really good understanding of all of the leads coming into the business, and they manage the leads well. Now, some receptionists use a CRM, some use pen and paper or some Excel sheet, but organizing leads is really, really important. I want every single receptionist to know how many new patient opportunities called or emailed in, which patients booked in, what the game plan is for the ones who didn't book in. Are we gonna call them back? Are we gonna check in on them? And then if someone doesn't book in, why they didn't book in. Now, the next thing that top receptionists do is they are absolute rock stars on the phone. They answer the phone quickly and they understand how to guide a conversation into a booked appointment. The top receptionists have the skill set to listen very carefully and to really think about what bucket is this patient in and how can I help them address their questions or their needs. So if someone's really focused on scheduling, they understand how to guide them into booking an appointment. If someone's really interested in insurance practice, they know how to answer those questions. If someone's stuck up on price, they know how to make the price seem like less by offering payment plans and things like that. So the best receptionists are really good at actively listening and then having a strategy in place to answer questions about scheduling, about insurance, about price, and about availability. So it's really important that the reception team works with leadership on establishing what the production goals are and then reverse engineers how to build out the columns on a daily and weekly basis to achieve those goals. An easy example would be something like try to have 70 to 80% of your daily production target achieved by lunch. And so the next thing that top receptionists do is they mark the referral source of every single new patient who comes into the practice. So it's really important that we can run those referral reports at the end of every month to figure out how many new patients we got from Google versus social versus referral, etc. Here's a little bit of homework. Go into your practice management software, run a referral report, and see how many of the new patients have a referral source and how many don't. And one thing you can do is talk to your receptionist about what the protocol is for assigning a referral source to each new patient. Now, the last thing top receptionists do is they provide a day-end, week-end, and month-end report to the business owner so that you can keep track of all of the important metrics. So after watching this video, I want you to think about some of the things that your receptionist is doing well and some of the areas that they need some improvement. And then I also want you to think about what are your standard operating procedures and what kind of guidance have you given your receptionist to perform well. Ultimately, as the business owner, it's your responsibility to make sure that your receptionist is trained up to perform really, really well. Now, we do offer coaching and consulting, so if you do need a little bit of help with your reception training, let us know.